Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Do you feel the chill in the air? The sense that all happiness has been drained from the world? No? Oh, that's right, it's because we're back. Here to brighten up your day and keep the Dementors at bay. I'm Mr. Baker. Oh, and he's here too. This is our time-travelling troublemaker, Craig. He wasn't there a few seconds ago, was he? I don't know. So, there's a new Wizarding World game out. It's called Harry Potter Wizards Unite. It's not very good, but it's a great excuse to talk about some of our favourite characters and creatures from the Harry Potter series. Like this very spooky looking Dementor. Yeah. This review may or may not, probably will, contain spoilers from the Harry Potter movies, books, games, etc, etc. To make sure we don't offend anyone, we're going to reveal one right now. We have a second pop to keep the Dementor under control. The only good defense against the dark arts teacher. The other pop is of course Remus Lupin, and since Craig has already destroyed his box, let's start with him. We're going to need him anyway when we let the other one out. Okay, get your camera ready. Cool. Remus is wearing a brown suit and a grey cloak. He looks quite distinguished actually, with one hand in his pocket and the other holding his wand. Some nice detail in his clothing, pockets, buttons and creases all looking good. His hair and moustache are also well groomed. Oh, and there's a minor detail on his face, 2 large scars. Let's let him stand guard over there, Craig. Yeah. Now we can deal with the Dementor. I'm glad you kept this one in the box because it's got something weird about it. It's not looking out of the front of the box like other pops. It's kind of trying to get whatever's next to it. Let's help it along, shall we? Craig, you can let it out now. Let's have a look. Yep, are you ready? It's reaching out with its long skeletal fingers. You can see its rib cage sticking out of its flowing robe that stretches out far behind it to give it a sense of gliding along ominously, or to make sure it has a really good stand. Its head is supposed to be hooded in the same robe, but on this one it looks more like the head is made of fabric. It has 2 indents to represent the must-have Funko Pop eyes, which is a bit weird because Dementors don't actually have eyes, so that makes the pop a bit strange. There's also a mouth with teeth all the way around, ready to administer the Dementor's kiss at any chance it gets. Yeah, I think that's enough of the pops. Let's talk Harry Potter. This is a massive movie franchise which started with several exceptional books. Then came some great movies, a good expanded universe, some mediocre games, some okay movies, and then a couple of bad games. I'm noticing a trend here, Craig. Do you see it? So I can rant about how the quality of this franchise is in decline, or we can enjoy what we have. 2 characters introduced in the 3rd book. Or maybe you saw the movie first, then it's the critically acclaimed 3rd movie, Prisoner of Azkaban. I originally thought I'd talk about how these characters are the antithesis of one another, how the Dementor is pure darkness and evil, while Remus over there literally shows Harry the light that he needs to defeat this particular incarnation of darkness. Which is of course the Patronus charm. But that's not all there is to Remus, is it? Remus himself has a dark secret that only reveals itself in the moonlight. In the most obvious twist ever, Remus Lupin, I'll say the name again, Remus Lupin. The wizard with the wolf Patronus is actually a werewolf. Subscribe for more obvious twists. Shock and horror, the likable and competent professor has a big secret, and of course it's a metaphor for real-world discrimination. But let's not get confused here. Turning into a large killer canid type creature every month is probably a valid concern for the people around him. Then again, there are potions to prevent it, and it's really easy to know when there'll be a full moon. We can kind of predict its position for the next forever. He'd like for predictable orbital mechanics. So, be nice to Lupin, unless he's a werewolf. On the other hand, don't be nice to Dementors. They literally can't comprehend what nice is. For those who aren't familiar with this creature, they feed on positive energy, they suck it out of you. That kind of sounds weird. But there's literally nothing nice about these things. They are singular in their purpose, and their purpose is to make people miserable. Except there is some weirdness about this creature. They work for the Ministry of Magic. But why? There's probably another metaphor in there about how soul-sucking bureaucracy that exists in the government, but it's kind of strange still to actually decide that they should all serve government when they'd probably be much happier harassing muggles who can't see them and have no way of defending themselves, and who are generally more depressed anyway because they can't do magic. That got pretty dark really quickly. And it's going to get even worse because I'm getting to a point here. There are more to these creatures. They're in servitude, being exploited by the wizards, perhaps even threatened with genocide. But they're evil and they hurt people, so you don't care apparently. But you see the issue, right? I wanted to tell a classic story of light and darkness, but that's not what this is. One of the characters that shines most brightly has a dark and scary side, and a creature that's supposedly only darkness is a sentient creature that's being bent to serve the will of more powerful sentient beings. This is where Harry Potter is fantastic, beastly even. They're both supporting characters and there's so much depth. It was probably not even on purpose. But this world is so well developed that we can surmise, we can speculate. There are entire YouTubers' careers built on doing just that. So, what's wrong with the new stuff, the new movies and the new games? Perhaps it's that everything's being spelt out these days, instead of giving the characters actual depth to explore. I don't know. I hope they figure it out. But I think that's enough for today. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Also hit like and go and watch some more videos. Next time was supposed to be this month's pop battle, an epic clash between the Lion King and the Lion King, with the help of Simba and Timon. Unfortunately, Timon is taking his time getting here. Thank you, Raru. So next time, we're going on an adventure, and we're going to take you all with. It's a secret S-class mission, or S-ranked mission even. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. Goodbye.